Okay, so I've made, let's try this again. I've made quite a bit of progress on this longboard. So I'm going to show it to you. So there's where I'm at right now with it. Um, what I did is I went online and I downloaded this this template, and then just put the template over this, obviously, and line this up and cut out the cut out the shape with a just a saber saw. Now I marked the holes, drilled the holes, but I did get some chipping. I used just sandable wood putty on that, and then I had some more chipping, and that's even with a new blade off the saber saw. I did kind of run into a problem though. One, and I fixed it, but I don't know if you can see it. One of the edges, this one right here, you see it cuts more in than this one. This one's nice and smooth. This one kind of, because reason being is because up here, because I didn't have a table saw, I had to cut everything out with a handheld circular saw, and the boards came out not quite the same size. Some boards were up to a quarter to a half an inch bigger than some of the other boards, and so that created a lot of spare wood hanging over right here. And so when I glued it, so you can see a lot of the glue seepage coming out of there, but when I trimmed it off, when I just trimmed those boards off, it really kind of screwed up the contour. So I ended up having to really work the hell out of it on a belt sander to get that contour back, and that's about as close as I can get it without really scrapping the whole project. But this is still going to work. I've shown it to a couple of skateboarder friends, and they didn't even notice it until I said something. But to clean up the edges, I used a two-part epoxy, a resin and a hardener, and just went over the edges. And then to do that, I took a just a stiff piece of paper, and and I created, and I just bent it over. Well, of course, it's going to be a lot smoother than that. But then, I put the epoxy down, and then with the paper, I just ran it across the edge like this to create a smooth edge. And so now I just basically have some sanding to do, because I've got some run, some glue was a little bit too heavy in some places, and kind of ran down here and ran down here on this other side. So I've got a little bit more sanding to do. And then on one of the ends here, I put 2 coats of epoxy on this thing, but I still have this hole right here. So I'm going to try a third time to fill this in and make it smooth. And then I should be just, I just got to clean up my cutouts here, just really briefly, just kind of make these a little bit more symmetrical here, and kind of even this out here. And then just a final sand, and then I should be ready for paint. So I will catch up with you guys closer to that. All right, and we'll catch you next time.